Good morning. This is Rishabh from group number 14, and our project is named Kalakriti.ai, and a platform for people to come and create custom design products as they deem. The core idea around our platform is to provide a online digital presence where user and vendors, user specifically being any individual who desires to have a certain design on his apparels, like some movie franchise fan, and business specifically referring to printing hubs or dealers who are willing to provide physical products printed with the particular design. We aim to be the middleman in this process by providing a platform for both, where users can come and choose from a vast range of designs, and for businesses to provide a rich and competitive price. Uh, so right now, so from now onward, I'll be showing a demonstration of our current state of the website. Now I have shared my screen, and I have two tabs open in front of me. This one is a Chrome running our website. This one is a Firefox running our website. The reason, okay, and also we have our website hosted on this very particular URL, hrs2203.pythonanywhere.com. If you desire to see it, you can yourself log in and have a look. The reason for having it open in two websites, we want to demonstrate both from the perspective of user as well as from the perspective of a business. On the Chrome side, I'll be signing up as a new user named user 3. My name is Rishabh. I'll name it James. My password is, I won't say, okay, yeah, it requires gmail.com. And we have also features implemented in our front end to avoid this kind of errors. Okay, now I am logged in as a user. As you can see, I have a Your Page tab appearing over here. If I click on it, I can see that, hey, my name is James and my account balance is 1,000 rupees. This 1,000 rupees has been added here as a joining credit for our uh, people or for the customers to come in and explore. Uh, on this parallel, I'll sign up as a business. Password is, no, please don't save. Okay, now here you can see again Your Page tab has come, and when I click on it, I am at the business page. Order history describes the state of like what orders did you have had in the past, and what is the current status. We'll be showing this to a demonstration. Now I'm back on the user page. As you can see, user detail. And I have no order history available because with this user, no order has been made. We're gonna make an order. We can do it through this tab, explore market for product. This product has price rupees 10, and I'll go with the same business 3 having service charge 100. When I proceed, my product is product 1, product ID 1, business ID 3. And now you can see I can pay this amount. Let us click on this, and I am redirected this the user page. Delivery status, it has not been delivered, and confirm delivery. When I go to the business side, the business which we registered, right now nothing can be seen because we haven't refreshed the page. Obviously these are static pages. When I refresh it, you can see the option has appeared that, hey, a new order has been placed and payment has been done. So delivery status, as a business, like I would know when it's delivered. Let's say that I have delivered the status. I'll click on this send order. The order has been sent. The status is delivered, confirmed. Let us go back to the user side. Right now the delivery status is false as for the last refresh. If I refresh my tab again, you can see the delivery status is true. It has been delivered and confirmed delivery. So now on the business side, uh, what if, let us assume that I as a business have a new design and I want to publish it. You can do it simply by clicking upload new product tab, which is only available to the businesses. It is exclusive for user. This tab is not available. So I'll click upload new product. This page appears. I can give product name, say mug new awesome, and this is nice mug, and let's say it's, I want to sell it for 30 rupees. I want to select the mug and open. The mug has been selected and submit. The new product has been added as mug new awesome name and the price. Okay, now since we are all about custom design, we have a special feature. We are using style GANs to generate design through website. Currently, Sayam and Rahul both are working on this very particular aspect of the project and integrating it. It's a part we have reserved for later. The option for it will be available in the Explore Market page where we will have a specific button. That's the current status of our project so far. Now we'll be moving ahead on the individual contributions of each member on this team, starting with Hemant, then Harshini, and so on. Hemant, you may continue.
I had done the HTML part and CSS part. I had made the front page. You can see when the home page is open. Next, I also used the Django and Bootstrap 4. I had learned it from so many websites. Now I'm going to use Django and Bootstrap 4.
I mainly worked on the front end team. We basically used HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We designed this page like it's a very responsive web page. So what we did is we have to consider the business perspective as well as the consumer perspective. We have the product section on the left side, and on the right side we have like the business to choose the vendor for the consumer. Okay, on this page, mainly on the top, we have an option where user can choose this product, and on the right side, user can choose from which vendor he can choose, and from the list of products he can choose, and he can proceed to the actual thing.
Okay, now on the code aspect, on what's the status. So I, Rishabh, personally managed the integration of all the divisions, the ML part and the front end part, and also handling the REST services. With me, Sayam is also working on designing the REST service for the auto generation. The module is divided into three parts. One, REST services, specifically referred for the Django REST framework. Second, image model, where Sayam and Rahul both are working continuously, improving our models. And three, customer block, the part for which the preview was provided to you, where the customer can come and business can come and interact. Uh, on the outside, like these are the URL pages, and this is the views.py file specifically where I've been mostly focused. Also designing the models. So we have 4 models in total. One in customer model, custom user, business model, customer model, user model, the orders that were placed, and there are different in the views.py we have all the functions. It's quite a big code, but yes, you can see clearly that each function has been written very carefully and edge cases have been handled very specifically. That has to be taken care of. On the image side, where the images are stored, there is a specific model called product, which is responsible for storing those files. The files are stored here with a random name. uh, a special random name generator was used for it. This is the very specific file, the random name generator, making sure that no file image that is created has the same name to make it anonymous, and the model and the according URLs for it. For on the database side, as per the instructions, we are not going with the default DB SQLite. What we are using right now is Postgres SQL, which is running local, which is running both on the server and on the local machine. And this is the connection port for it. For static images and routes, this is our part. This is mostly where I have been working tirelessly on joining different sections from front end to back end. Now moving on to Sayam on how the model is built and how is working on the image model section.
Hello, I am Saim Kumar. I'll be discussing upon what are the things Rahul and me have worked on for the project. We worked on the GANs and URL style transfer, particularly on the AML side. because businesses will use the designs which are generated by grants and neural style transfer uh, that the users can print on their apparels and grow their customer base. First of all, I want to show you what are the things I have worked on with respect to the documentation and workflow. Then I want to show you what things I'm building with Rahul uh, in PyTorch to actually train the model and uh, see where we go. Okay, as you know, for any good project, documentation is very important. Rishabh is working on uh, having the documentation for the API, then Swagger API. But for Python internally, it's a very good idea to use Phoenix and have the documentation pulled out from the functions and classes. For this, I'm using Phoenix and I'm using index.rst file to actually give a mention of all the files from which we do need documentation. The interesting file is the conf.py, the configuration file, where we're actually configuring all the globals and have a particular list of what all extensions do we need to actually beautify the documentation and have a provide an ease of access to the user. The next thing which I have worked upon is the GitHub workflow, because it's very important for each commit. We need to make sure the test passes. So we cannot do it locally. So that's why we're making use of GitHub Actions that actually creates a server and an instance uh, on their backend servers and actually runs all the test cases which we have written. We are making use of talks that actually runs the test case for linting documentation, the MyPad test. So these are all good tests in the Python community. So now let me show you what are the things I am working with Rahul on the AML side. This is the Google Colab. Uh, in order to get good designs and abstract designs, we are making use of a close distance, how good we are at abstraction. Here we are making use of gram matrices that can actually, from a very random image, can get us close to the abstract, and it can back propagate to do so. This is the main feed forward model we are making use of. We are just defining the parameters and what are the target image we do need to want. Next is the convolution layers we are making use of. Next thing which I want to discuss here is what are the improvements we are thinking. The first is, in order to improve the accuracy and get better designs, we need to try out different models and see what works best. So that's the common approach of the data science people. One thing which we are working on is having the residual connections or skip connections that can actually help us better in generating abstract designs and get us a close approximation to the gram matrices. So here are a few implementations we are yet to try upon. Here we are actually loading the image and saving the image, because you know, after we load the image, we need to flatten that out with respect to RGB values. Yeah, so this is the image we get after training the model in PyTorch with the basic feed-forward one. But as I said, we are working upon a few different implementations that we can think to integrate. Yeah, so within 2 weeks, as said in the timeline, uh, we will have this particular module of GAN, the neural style transfer, integrated with the Django one, so that our whole project will be ready in 2 weeks and it will be all good to review. So these are the main aspect which Rahul and me have worked upon: saving and loading images, training the model, and see how we can improve upon the model. Thank you.
Okay, as the entire description as the video is to conclude, we'll be moving forward to the leftovers, what we expect to be, what we want to finish in the coming 2 weeks. Our most important priority is the REST API integration. REST, which is specified for the B2B, where we'll be providing many different services. For B2B, will mostly it will be business registration, mass orders, and delivering of certain product, and registration of new products, upload of new products. For the bank API, as we saw in an example, that sometimes the amount in your account may become less or insufficient. In that case, you want to get more money. We'll be adding this kind of API. The GAN integration, the R image generation model, important part of our business, will be will Sayam will inform you more on that, and it will be finished very soon. Lastly, addition of PyTest and documentation. So for documentation, we have a template ready for now, which I'll be showing here. Uh, as you are registered as a business, you can see this option saying REST API. If you click on this, you will be redirected to a Django loaded page. Although right now it is a sample, but this is how it's gonna look. We have a script written internally. So once all the APIs are created, that script will automatically generate this markdown page and will be hosted automatically on the Django server. That will do it. And this, I hope, is the conclusion.